As of last night, June 29th, 2023, at 8 p.m. PST, Vanguard Zero ended its service. Every day for 3.5 years, I'd wake up and turn on Vanguard Zero. I would log on 3 times a day to min-max the gems and stamina system. During this time, I would make YouTube videos. I was going to make a video when it got announced that they were going to end the service, but Different Fight already did a video on it, and some other people that were kind of in my generation of content creators were already doing that. Cross Duel had also just ended. I just felt very tired. I just didn't want to sit in front of the camera and kind of talk about the end of something that I cared so much about. It's kind of weird to think that I put so much time and effort into a mobile game. These things are not going to last forever, but it was a good 3 years, and I don't really want to talk about the things that I'm upset about. I want to just talk about like the fond memories of it. Last night I turned on the app for one last time and just kind of gave it one final lap. Just kind of looked over my cards, my collection, the amount of hours I put into the game, and just kind of appreciating what had been done. This morning I went through my YouTube and was just kind of like rewatching some old videos, and it's so kind of crazy to kind of see the trajectory and kind of the vision of what ended up happening. The first video I ever made that I talked about Vanguard Zero was 3 years ago, January of 2020. I had the flu at the time, and I just got back from a trip where I was like playing so much of the APK because it hadn't come out in English yet. And that first video, I just kind of talked about my experience the first couple weeks of playing and how much fun I had playing Blazing Flare Dragon. I called him Joe. And then going from there for the next like couple weeks, I just kept making videos. I was addicted. I loved it so much. I made my first free-to-play video the first time I kind of did the no triple rare video. Was on Blau, and I remember after a couple of days of that being up, it got 100 views. And I remember telling my friends, I was like, that's the most viewed video I think I've ever done. And I had another YouTube video where I did like my parkour stuff on, and if it hit 100, that was a big deal. So I was ecstatic. And then did my first Amon video. I then just continued the no triple rare series because that's what I was doing. That's how I was playing. It was this budget lifestyle. What was great about those old videos was the formatting. I was just using like an OBS setup, and my settings were always incorrect. My quality was a little off, but it was a good time, and everything kind of, I guess, changed into the kind of format I still continue to this day. On April 5th, 2020 was when I did my big viral video of biggest mistakes beginners can make, Vanguard Zero. Kind of a clickbaity title, but I knew what I had there. I had this concept that I was a beginner weeks before. I'd put many hours into this game. I knew it was coming out in English on its global release, and I wanted to capitalize on it and wanted to help people. Little did I know that for the next like week and a half, it would get like 1,000 views every day, ending up at 11K views. It was a crazy moment for me, and I like kind of grasped onto this, like, I can do this YouTube thing. In that video, I kind of started establishing my camera format and the mic setup and how I wanted to continue this. I then made my first English budget video where I tackled Gold Rutile. That was such a sick time to be playing Vanguard. It was also the beginning of the pandemic, and we were all just locked inside, just playing this damn game, and just started this kind of rhythm of, here's a free-to-play video. Here's, oh, you didn't do very good during an event. Here's how you can make like some budget adjustments. Even though this game was very flawed, I wanted to try to make as many adjustments I could do to other people's playstyles to make the game as enjoyable as possible, that other people could enjoy the game just as much as me. Oh, that's funny. In May of 2020, I entered my first Vanguard tournament. It was the Clash of Kings. It was like a creator cup for Vanguard Zero YouTubers. I remember sitting in this chair just super anxious and just kind of playing my way through it. I ended up choking in my game against 50 card, still ending up in top 4. It was so cool. I finally got to make a YouTube video saying like top 4 a Mon build. Really capitalizing on the fact I kind of did well in a tournament. I got to tackle the sad end of Buddy Fight. I then got to talk about, Xenon's Art is this cool new game coming out. That didn't last long. Entered another Vision Cup. Did a lot worse. That's probably kind of where I hit the wall of just like, okay, I guess I'm not really a competitive player anymore. Bladewing Reggie was such a fun time around here 2 years ago. When on release, it was playable and I loved it. But it wasn't great. This was pre-buff. Remember, before it had the on-attack soul charge ability? So I remember trying my best to like make the deck good before then. Crazy to think that obviously post-buff, where they were probably like, for people like me, like, oh, this guy just, people like them just need a little help. And then in reality, it became the most like OP that Dark Irregulars ever really got to have in Zero. I started getting back into like my video essays. I did one on Spectral Duke that no one really watched, but I loved that video. On September 23rd, 2020, I announced Triple Rare. I announced the brand that I had came up with discussing the Vanguard community because of my love of Vanguard Zero. That's so crazy to think that like this little app that I've spent hundreds of dollars on helped me come up with my business. The reason I can pay my bills now and get to like make cool stuff with fun people like Unlimited right now. It's all because of Zero. Man, my thumbnails kind of go all over the place in terms of quality, but I tried. Yeah, about a year ago during the G era, it just stops. I'm coming through here. I'm like making videos. No, it looks like I kind of hit my wall around Legion. Yeah, I made one Legion video. I rant about Legion for 8 minutes. It seems around then was when my roommate stopped playing. I didn't really have that like physical engagement with the game anymore. It was just all through Twitter or Discord or Reddit. Yeah, so around Legion, I guess, was around the time that it looks like I kind of hit my wall in terms of playing the game. Up until then, I was coming out with a video like every month. And then Legion hits, and I kind of just didn't make anything. It doesn't help I spent like 2 months making that IRL gameplay video with me and my roommate with Standard. Yeah, I only did like really one Legion video, and that was a Mon, of course. I remember when G was about to come out, I got super stoked. I was like, cool, gonna be back on my shit. Gonna be back to make my free-to-play videos. Because I was like, ooh, triple rares are gonna be so easy to make now. Yeah, I made 2 free-to-play videos, learned that wasn't gonna work, just left it. Tried to tackle some like more creative video with that Reggie video. That was fun to make. People seemed to like it. But I just kind of realized like I'm just kind of talking out my ass. I don't really have anyone to play with. Was all just theory crafting. It wasn't based off any actual experience. I had one final swing at it when Charlotte came out. And yeah, that was my last Zero video. Yeah, I tried doing a Deer Days video a couple months ago, and it just wasn't the same. I didn't have the same kind of feel of people need to watch this. It was more of, oh, I could do that. It wasn't, I want to do that. Yeah, and I guess that's kind of where we're at today. I still love Vanguard. I'm still super involved in the community and just the hype train every time a new card gets announced for D. It's not going to be the same without Zero. I really will miss it. Obviously, Triple Rare will continue, and it will probably evolve throughout time, but it's going to continue that love of Vanguard that I definitely will carry with me. I don't know where this channel goes. I have all these ideas I want to do, but so many of them kind of require the help of other people, and that's not really how I work. I'm very like independent, and when you want to do like for example, like IRL content, you need other people. So I'm kind of more reliant on the online games. I guess that's something I can talk about real quick is like, what have I been doing the last like month without Zero? I got back into Wizards 101. I haven't played that game in a decade. I had so much fun. Balanced school for life. I started playing One Piece with a buddy of mine. That's been super fun. I'm really excited. Today, June 30th, the new set comes out. Let me know if you like One Piece. I'd definitely come out with a triple rare drop with that. Recently, this last month, I have found out my locals has been holding a weekly Digimon night. And I haven't played Digimon since like set 4. So I went over there, found some people. I was like, oh yeah, no, that's sick. They were showing me their cards. I was like, oh, is Shine Greymon still a thing? And they're like, yeah, no, it is not the way you know it though. They hooked me up. It's been fun. I didn't go the last couple weeks because I was super, well, last week was anxiety. This week, a little snotty. No, I'm super stoked to actually get to play physical card games with people again. It's a little sad that there's no community for Vanguard here, but maybe once I start kind of getting them the feel of going to my shop again, maybe I'll try it again. Maybe I'll try to get that train going. I usually never know how to end these, but today I do. Thank you if you have been here for the last 3 years with me. It has been so fun making videos for you guys. You will see me again. I don't know in what form. You'll definitely see the work I'm doing on triple rare. Got cool shirts here. Got a sick new mini drop happening in a week or two. Keep an eye out for that. That's all I got.